has been quite some time since we last explored Japanese folklore, and today we will be delving into one of its most iconic figures, the Oni. The term Oni roughly translates to ogre or demon, and they are typically depicted as massive, towering beings, much larger than any human. Their appearance varies across different stories, but they are most commonly portrayed with red or blue skin, 2 horns, and fang-like tusks. Their overall look is somewhat similar to that of an ogre. However, certain characteristics, such as the number of horns, eyes, fingers, and even their skin color, can change depending on the specific tale. As one would expect from a monstrous ogre-like creature, their clothing is quite primitive, consisting of the pelts and hides of the beasts they have slain. Their immense size suggests that they possess incredible strength, and Oni are known to be extremely dangerous demons. Wherever they go, disaster and disease follow in their wake. Originally, Oni were once human, but they are born when a truly evil person dies. Upon death, these wicked souls are sent to one of the many Buddhist hells, where they undergo a transformation into an Oni. Once they become demons, they serve the great Lord Enma, the ruler of hell. Wielding enormous iron clubs, Oni would mercilessly crush and destroy any human who dared to cross their path, often for their own amusement. Their main duty was to punish those who were deemed evil enough to be reborn as demons themselves. The methods they used for torture were incredibly brutal, including crushing the bones of their victims and peeling off their skin. As the foot soldiers of the great generals of the underworld, Oni played a significant role in enacting justice upon the wicked. In rare cases, a person could be so exceptionally evil and beyond redemption that they transformed into an Oni while still alive, remaining on Earth to terrorize the living. These living Oni are the most frequently mentioned in folklore, as they were considered the most dangerous of all. The word Oni originally appeared in Chinese folklore and some Buddhist teachings, where it was used to describe ghosts, spirits, and various supernatural beings. In early Japanese folklore, before spirits were classified into different categories, the term Oni was broadly used to refer to any supernatural entity. However, as mythology developed, the definition of Oni became more refined, specifically referring to a particular type of ogre-like demon. One of the most well-known stories about Oni is the legend of Shuten Doji. Shuten Doji was a highly intelligent but troubled orphan. From a young age, he was taken in by monks and raised in a monastery, but he struggled to adapt to their disciplined lifestyle. He frequently got into fights with the other monks and showed little to no respect for his elders. His laziness and lack of dedication to study further distanced him from the monastic way of life. Instead of focusing on his training, he preferred drinking, which eventually earned him the nickname Shuten Doji, meaning little drunkard. During one of the monastery's festivals, Shuten Doji decided to play a prank. He donned an Oni mask and hid in the darkness, waiting for the perfect moment to frighten the festival goers. However, when the festival ended, he discovered that the mask would not come off. It had fused to his face. Desperate for help, he sought assistance, but everyone he approached refused to aid him. Instead, they mocked him and reminded him of his past misdeeds, offering him no sympathy. Fueled by anger and resentment, his heart began to darken, becoming as cruel and malevolent as an actual Oni. He abandoned the monastery and fled to the mountains, choosing a life of solitude. But his bitterness only grew, consuming him entirely. Over time, he embraced wickedness, delving into black magic and carrying out unspeakable acts of cruelty. He kidnapped young men and women who crossed his path, taking them back to his lair, where he drained their blood and devoured their organs. With each passing year, Shuten Doji grew stronger and more violent, earning a reputation as a truly evil being. Other wicked individuals, drawn to his darkness, gathered around him, and before long, he had amassed a formidable army of demons. His growing power did not go unnoticed, and eventually, the Emperor himself could no longer ignore the devastation he caused. In response, the Emperor ordered his greatest warrior, Raiko, to ascend the mountain and bring back the head of Shuten Doji. Raiko and his men made their way to Shuten Doji's fortress, where they found his army of demons drinking sake. Seizing the opportunity, Raiko and his men poisoned the sake, causing the demons to fall into a deep, drunken slumber. One by one, the sleeping Oni were slain until Raiko finally reached Shuten Doji himself. With a swift stroke of his sword, Raiko severed the demon's head from his body. However, Shuten Doji had grown so powerful that even decapitation did not kill him. His severed head continued to snap and bite at Raiko and his men, refusing to die. Ultimately, the warriors took the head and buried it in a place where it could never be found, ensuring that it could no longer bring harm to the world. Oni were once seen as terrifying and destructive figures, among the most feared creatures in Japanese folklore. However, over time, their image has shifted. Today, Oni masks are often used as good luck charms, believed to ward off evil spirits rather than bring harm. I hope you all enjoyed this exploration of Japanese folklore. If you did, feel free to give this video a thumbs up. It was definitely a fascinating journey into the world of Oni. If you have any Oni stories of your own that you'd like to share, be sure to leave them in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Mythology and Fiction Explained. Though the Oni were once feared as symbols of destruction and chaos, their image has changed over time. Today, Oni masks are used to ward off evil, turning these once malevolent beings into symbols of protection and good luck. But the legend of Shuten Doji serves as a chilling reminder. Evil, once embraced, can consume even the strongest of men. Pujiam. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more ancient legends and folklore, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to StorySeeker. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss a new story. See you in the next adventure.